Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, you're enjoying the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications for when we go live or post a video, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, links are below to our Discord and to our free options trading group. If you're here right now, say what up. Just getting going here. The day just closed. Dow's up 273, S&P's up 27. NASDAQ up at 85 currently. Starman, no trades for me today, waiting patiently. That was a good call. That was a good call, I would say. I mean, because as of today's title of the video, we were range bound and there was some premium crush. However, VIX. The interesting thing was VIX didn't really go down. Yo, Jimmy, what's going on? If you're here right now, say what up. Whew, it's cold. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking at VIX right now, VIX was pretty range bound as well, and didn't really. I mean, yeah, it's down in 19, but most of that happened in the last few minutes of the day. Most of the action today, unfortunately, was in the last 5 minutes of the day. In the last 5 minutes of the day, I mean, we ripped up. VIX came down below 20. It's currently at 1932, but relatively, nothing happened today. But we still made some trades in here. We still did what we had to do. If you're here right now, say what up. If you made money today, comment got paid. If you lost money today, comment learned a lesson. I know some people in here made some money. So we're going to get into my trades here. Let's actually pull Apple back up here. Talk about SPY. But I mean, things today relatively were flat. I mean, we did have, would this be a good opportunity for Iron Condor? It definitely was. I mean, learned a lesson, but still got paid, still got open plays. Nice. Made money. That's what's up, Jimmy. Yeah, Starman, I do agree with the Iron Condor. I mean, today would have been a great day for Iron Condor. I mean, if you're looking at Apple right here, I actually did trade it, got caught up in the crush a little bit. I mean, if you're looking at Apple here, these really weren't up. I mean, puts were down, and calls, even though it did gap up, calls weren't really up that much. I mean, far out of the money, these got crushed pretty good, of course. And then, even in the money, these were only up 16%, 50%, 5%. So you could definitely had a good Iron Condor play on stocks today. Yo, JC, what's going on? For me today, let's pull up my trades here before we get into it. We'll go through my trades here. Then we'll take some questions, see what's going on. Okay, so for me, I was relatively flat today, kind of like with the market. Had some really nice gains on SPY, or really nice trades on SPY. I wouldn't say gains. Was relatively successful. I was 3 out of 3 for opening and closing trades on SPY, and then Nvidia and Apple kind of got caught up in there. And then when I closed out as well. The Buddha, are you familiar with TRNX? I can't say that I have traded it, but if we're going, let's look at my trades for today. We'll look at SPY. This is where the bulk of my trades were today, and was really, like I said on Friday, I was really just trying to stay disciplined, shooting between 30 to 40% profit, which I mean is really good. You can't complain with a 30 to 40% profit. You can't complain with that. But on SPY, my first trade of the day was the 286.50 put. Bought it for $1.16, sold it for $1.50. About 30 minutes later, so at 8:43 Central Time, and then at 9:12 I sold it. So let's pull up SPY here just to kind of show you what I'm looking at here. But I mean, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. You pretty much just had to trade the ranges today. SPY I would feel like was the easier option. Everything else was kind of choppy, like Netflix. I mean, you can see down here Tesla is all kind of choppy as well. But SPY is pretty clean, pretty fun. The 286.50, I played that right at open, and then I sold it right in here when it was starting to recover. Sold it right in there. So played that range pretty nice. I was playing today's expiration. So when you're playing with today's expiration, you don't want to be greedy, and then you can see how easily those would rip from you. So the 286.50 puts, obviously they're trading at $1.50 when I sold them. I mean, those things closed up today, worthless. Worthless. So that's why you really just want to take your gains, especially when you're trading same day expiration. You increase your risk. Theta's super aggressive, and depending on how the day was, thankfully today was pretty calm, and it was pretty easily to target those things. But still, it's never easy because gains become losses real quick when you're trading same day expiration. TLT call still open. I'm hoping to get a pop. Yeah. So then after that put, I played the other side. I started playing the calls on SPY, which I got. I had a 50% win from 60 cents to 91 cents. And the one thing that I will say on SPY is I really wanted to scale up my contracts. Like you can see here, I was only trading one contract at a time. I really wanted to scale up my contracts today and do like 2 to 5 contracts instead of just one. But Trump was at the G7 summit today. He was talking a lot, not on Twitter. He was talking just a lot with the public. He was talking about China, and he was saying, what's up, Jeff? He was saying that, he got a call from China, and then China says, hey, we didn't call you. So I didn't know what was going to go on, if there was going to be a Twitter tirade or not. So I've just been trading very small and just trying to stay consistent and disciplined today, because I didn't want to have a moment where I'm too exposed. And 2 to 5 contracts is not a lot, but on a Monday, I didn't want to take any losses. Reworks, what's going on? Long time no see. Glad you're here. So that's why I only wanted to trade one contract today on SPY. Normally, like last Friday, I was on same day expiration. I was trading a lot more contracts, but today I was only trading one contract of same day expiration. Which is good. I mean, I hit my targets, pretty nicely. But then on the 287 put, I then got another 40% winner from 56 to 79 cents. Definitely thought that probably could have scaled this up, but those Twitter fingers, man, they get you thinking so much. Sometimes you just got to be careful. And thankfully, I had 3 wins in a row on SPY. Thankfully we nailed them. And then I played the 287 puts on the way down. So I played the 287.50 calls when it was moving back up to here, and then I sold it on this spike up here, and then I played the 287 puts on the way back down, and we made another 40% profit. And then my last trade of the day, which looks like a bad trade now because I'm currently down 30% on it, is this 285 put. Now, the reason why I did the 285 put, not SPY, this is for Wednesday expiration. I paid $1.17. I haven't been swing trading very much, and the reason work. The reason why I haven't been swing trading is because the overnight news. As you guys know, last night we gapped down like 300 points in the Dow, only to wake up this morning when we were up 200 points in the Dow. So finding a direction sometimes, and then we had a really bad day on Friday, so you don't necessarily know where things are going to go. But I said I wasn't going to forgive myself if we were all range bound, and it was having a lot of trouble going up today. Like SPY was having a lot of trouble getting past 288. Obviously we got there in the after hours here, but very range bound from 286, 288, back down, back up. I mean, I would say we're still pretty range bound there, and I was going to say, okay, if we're having difficulty going up and we gap down to like 286, 287, that's why I put on, at near the end of the day, I put on the SPY, the 285 put, because I was looking, we could potentially come back down to like the 285. Was where we closed on Friday, was around 285, 284, 80, somewhere around there. is where we closed up the day on SPY. So a lot of times, not saying this is going to happen every time, a lot of times when we have trouble going up intraday, I mean, I know I did say, we kind of double bottom, we triple bottomed here, and looks like we want to push you towards 290, and like kind of end of day confirms that. But at the end of the day, anything could happen. Anything, we could easily gap down to 284. We can come down to 286. And I felt that I could easily recoup this, even if I lose. Let's say I lose $60 on this trade. Let's say I'm not going to let it go max loss or anything, but let's say we go to like 289 tomorrow, 290 tomorrow. This is probably my SPY put for 285 puts, probably going to be worth like 50 cents, 40 cents. I'll close it up, and I could easily recoup that during the day, find another trade. So the risk was low. Reward I felt was kind of on the higher end, is the reason why I placed the trade. And we were just range bound on everything today. Too much indecision in the price action, in my opinion. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, sure. I mean, the bulls are going to do what they do. The bears are going to do what they do. But at the end of the day, we have to be very careful about the news. Right now it's all news driven. This has nothing to do with earnings. This has nothing to do with how well companies are doing. Nobody's talking about how profitable these companies are or how much they lose. No one's talking about that. All they're talking about is trade in Trump. That's all anyone is talking about. So right now, it doesn't really matter if you think the company is worth more than what it is or worth less than what it is. What matters is, unfortunately, the headlines. Going into my other trades for today, Apple, which I kind of got caught up in the premium crush here. I lost $20 on it. The Apple, I had the 200 puts. I opened it for $1.81, close it for $1.61, and let's go into the 200 puts. And right now for this week they're $1.07. They got glad I closed out, because now they're going for $1. This morning premium was kind of high. I kind of regret opening so many positions before like 10 a.m. But this is what premium crush. I mean, this is definitely on Apple. I mean, literally this morning we went nowhere. I mean, just went nowhere. And still, even though it spiked up, it went nowhere. But the premium crush was real on this. It just got hammered. So if a trade's not working out, so you got to think about this. If a trade's not working out, and I know that we're going to be range bound and we're just getting stuck, we're just kind of peeing back and forth, I'm just going to close a trade. I'll take the small loss on it, because a $20 loss, is a lot better than a $20 loss in this. Closing it for $1.61 is a lot better than closing it out for a $200 loss. A $60 loss. Sorry, I was reading the 200 strike here. If we look at the premiums on that, the 200 put, this is kind of where we nerd out a little bit with the options pricing, because I do watch the option pricing pretty consistently, and this is kind of how you learn how, if premium is expensive, it's not expensive, if it's going against the expected move or within the expected move, and kind of it's always good to watch premium. And then at the end of the day, they just took it out. I mean, it was at $1.34 and closed it at $1.05. I mean, they just took it out. Even though this didn't go anywhere, when did I open those positions here? Apple, so 9:18 and 9:33. So at 9:18, I'm Central Time, by the way. So 9:18, yeah, we were up here. I opened it for $1.81. So unfortunately, almost high of day. This is terrible. Almost high of day. It did go from $1.38 up to $1.91. That would have been a good move to catch. Definitely thought it was going to go more in that direction, and it didn't. And then it came back down, and then at 9:33, I mean, I didn't hold on to it long. Thankfully, I didn't, because I closed it for $1.61 at 9:33. So on this candle here, then it went from $1.60 all the way down to $1.26. So definitely glad that it came out. And then the highest it got all day was $1.45. So I would have lost. Either way, sometimes holding on to position is just not worth it. Sometimes holding on to position, even if you still believe in it, it's always better just collect what you can. Premium's going to get crushed. collect what you can back and hope for the best and re-enter, you know? Too much indecision, yeah. Anyways, let me close this out here. So, I mean, for a premium seller, I mean, this was great. This was a great day for a premium seller. As long as I didn't get too caught up with like rolling down, rolling back up. I mean, they should have been. If they just held, everything was going to be okay for them. Everything's going to be okay. Speaking of headlines, thoughts on J&J. I'll look at that in a second. Other one I had was NVIDIA. Got caught up in NVIDIA a little bit too. And this is where I got caught up in the premium crush as well. And NVIDIA today, bought it for $1.87, sold it for $1.48, and then I sold it a little too early at close. But you know, at the end of the day, it worked out. I had the 160 puts here. I was playing the calls, lost on the calls, and the puts I only made $2 on those. The 160 puts, and you can kind of see how it got kind of crazy. NVIDIA definitely faked me out. So when right in here is when I closed it out. You know, I was holding it, it was dropping down nicely, and then it faked me out when it went from 1 to 165.50, came back down, and then I closed it out when it came back down because I thought that we was going to maybe continue higher the rest of the day, and I didn't really want to take a loss on it. And then it broke down and went to 164.50. So would have been a nice little trade there. Let me see what the premiums were ending up at. So yeah, I closed it out at $1.54. Right now it's going to be like $1.40-ish mid price. So we bought it for $1.52 right down here when premium was really flat, and then it increased a little bit out to 175, but then it got hammered right at the close. Like they just took premium out right at close. They just took it out, right out. You know, you have no way to battle that. So I mean, I'm glad I got out $2 gain. I definitely don't think I want to hold that overnight. I definitely would rather be short SPY overnight than NVIDIA. Ariana, yeah, I agree with you. Good scalp potential if you can get in and out. It just, for me, it's hard to play. I mean, I did relatively well on SPY today. It's just really hard for me to play when the ranges are super tight like that because it doesn't give you a lot of time unless you reduce your time. I mean, you could have pretty much scalped all day. Roku had some nice movement, but I felt like the premiums weren't worth the price. But I mean, it does move, you know, $5-6 at a time. So premium's pretty jacked in Roku. So I'm hopefully they can have a flat day to crush a little bit. J&J. Yeah, J&J. I don't know if we'll be trading it. Let's see here. I mean, the volume is pretty decent in here. We'll see what happens. Let's see. They're at 131 right now. Let's see what it's being priced at. It was a $6 move. 131. Close at 127. You know, premium was pretty expensive in here, as well. I would say for $127 stock, probably not going to make a whole lot of money if it's like 131. I mean, you'll make money for sure, but it's not going to be like 300% or anything. You'll probably make 100%, 75%, which is still good. Not going to complain. Delta 23. Yeah, the bid and ask is way too wide on these things. The 133s, 105, Delta 37. Yeah, I mean you'll make some money. Went up $3, so this will go up 100%. But I would say that's pretty risky trade for 100% gains. You know, might be trading it tomorrow. You have to be quick. Tastyworks is hard to scalp in and out. That's why. Why is Tastyworks hard to scalp in? I find Tastyworks relatively fast compared to like if you're going to compare it to like Robinhood or something. You know, that's my opinion, of course. Everyone, and from what I understand, on different platforms, people have issues. I don't really have an issue with mobile. I don't really have an issue with PC or Mac, but I know that a lot of people do have technical issues. But anyways, I mean, that's pretty much my trades for the day. You guys have any stocks that you want to look at? I meant to say it's difficult to scalp, but Tastyworks would have been better just to say it, to stay out. Yeah, I mean, today, if it wasn't for SPY, probably would have been having a pretty bad day because I lost on Apple and Nvidia. I mean, I lost my first trade on Nvidia, I lost 39. My second trade I only made $2. So I was essentially trying to get this $39 back. Would have got it back if I held, but I didn't. So only got $2 back. I mean, we're still green on the day, but it's gonna be careful. Tomorrow we're gonna try to manage this SPY position and really just try to mitigate this loss if we continue higher. If we push up to 290, I mean, we could definitely, SPY could definitely go up to 290, 293 again, 292 area. And when that's the case, we'll get some calls and we'll balance it out. We'll be okay. So that's why I wasn't too concerned with holding that SPY 285 put overnight. But if we do have a nice gap down tomorrow, I mean, I'll be looking like a genius, but probably not. All right. Any stocks you guys want to look at? I will be doing a watch list video. One thing that I have been doing, I'm doing a live stream to cover my trades. I'm starting to try to do, like, I've been requested to do like more of like a watch list. I did one last night, which people seem to really enjoy. So hopefully that guys helps you guys out quite a bit. If this video was of value to you, I would appreciate it if you hit the like button. It really helps YouTube say, hey, check this video out. Just check this channel out. Definitely would appreciate it. But other than that, I mean, it was a relatively quiet day in the markets. It was just not a whole lot, not a whole lot happening, which is probably a good thing that we need to kind of take a day off before we get crazy again. But I mean, things are going to be high risk again. For sure. I mean, VIX is still at 1920, so I mean, we'll see what happens. If it goes up to 292 again, VIX will get crushed. Yeah, J&J just got hit with a court case. Their stock is up, which we're looking at right here, Black Wall Street. So, anyways, I'll be doing a watch list video. You guys stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.